Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the former Nairobi governor, Mike Sonko, has been so silent on matters current politics in this country. But it has reached a time when Mike Sonko is now speaking. At first place, he joined the LSK president and Bob Owino together with other leaders to go and work on the release of the former Nandi Hills Member of Parliament, Alfred Keter. And this is what Mike Sonko shared after that. It's a photo he shared, and this is what he said. Together with Honorable Babu Owino and the LSK Preso, Wakili Faith Odhiambo, we were at Kamkunji police station to push for the unconditional release of former Nandi Hills MP, Honorable Alfred Keter, who was held at the station after being arrested today around noon. We all condemn the incident. So, for the first time, Mike Sonko is coming to condemn what the government has done. For a very long time, he has been silent. This time round, he is condemning. Ruto was defending that heinous act, but Sonko is condemning. That was the first time Sonko now is speaking. Then, after that, Sonko went further in a press briefing to describe who William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza administration is. Mike Sonko described William Ruto as, he talked about utapeli, he talked about uongo. So when you talk about utapeli, that utapeli ulianza kitambo. Unajua utapeli in English is fraud. So when you talk about fraud, a person who commit fraud is a fraudster. So if you're talking about utapeli, fraud, and the man in question is William Ruto. So if there is utapeli, that's fraud, then the person who's committing this, William Ruto, is a fraudster. That's what Mike Sonko is telling us indirectly. But he's saying that Gen Z was a time bomb in waiting. But the issue of lying started a long time ago.
Hii mambo ya Gen Z was a time bomb in waiting. Sababu ya utapeli, ya uongo, kudanganya watu. Mimi tulikaa chini na Rais Ruto, kina Kindiki, ule Kaire Chama anaitwa Mawala, tukafanya mkataba. Nikamwambia wewe acha Kalonzo, ndio tufanye serikali because wewe umepoteza, Kalonzo amepoteza. Amekosa deputy president, wewe umekosa Mombasa, tukafanya mkataba vizuri. Media mkaitwa. Nikamwambia ambassadors 8 Sonko utapewa watu yako. Nikamwambia parastatal nitapewa 6. Nitapewa ma-PS 3. Baada waapishwe hakuna kitu niliona. Ni utapeli tu mtupu, conman.
Now, we are continuing this final discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to our returning subscribers. I must say thank you so much. And again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, in as much Mike Sonko was not cleared to vie for any elective seat, simply because he was impeached, this man still has some control. He still has people who believe in him. Therefore, he is a leader on his own, in his own, and there is a section he controls. That's why William Ruto needed someone like Mike Sonko. For example, if Sonko was allowed to be in Mombasa race, I think it would have caused a lot of, a problem for the current governor. Because Sonko was coming out as a very bold leader, a strong person, and a man who has already experienced it in terms of being a governor. But he was barred from running. So Ruto used him in Nairobi and Mombasa. Largely it was Nairobi. Because now Sonko was to pull the votes, because Sonko does not come out really as a camper, you might think. It's a man who has massive support in all, among all the tribes. At least you will get someone who will support Sonko. So you need such kind of a figure on your side in this politics. So Sonko was promised so many things. But what happened? He has finally confirmed on camera. He was given nothing. Imagine 3 permanent secretaries. You're talking about 8 ambassadors. You are talking about 6 parastatals. That was the promise. He got nothing. So it seems William Ruto is someone who can just use you and dump you. Sonko has been silent for long, but it has reached a time he is speaking. Now, it is now high time. Leaders are now running away from William Ruto and is going to remain alone with a few individuals. It is untenable to sustain the politics of this country, especially when you want to defend William Ruto. You become unpopular, you become an enemy of the public. Sonko has been watching in silence. Now Sonko is the second person to decamp from William Ruto. I think you all know the first person. Rigathi Gachagua was the first one. Wako na Ruto, the only thing we are hearing is PR. That tunafanya na rais kila kitu iko. That is PR. They're just trying to manage their PR. But utakisikia. Si hata wakati wa Mheshimiwa Ruto na Uhuru Kenyatta, kuna wakati Ruto was saying everything is okay, he support handshake and all that. Ilifika mahali akadenounce handshake, akasema maneno mengi na akawa amejitenga hivyo basi. Gachaga's time is coming. Atasema kiwazi. But Gachagua was the first person to leave William Ruto. Because of budget and office, ndio maana sasa zingine anaenda polepole. Mike Sonko is the second person to reject Ruto. He has dumped William Samuel Ruto. So it has reached a time, those leaders who want to survive politically, they have to distance themselves from a man who is an oppressive person to the people. That's why now Sonko is revealing what he has suffered under William Ruto. Kwa sababu Sonko cannot hold public office. He had people that he was going to put in those offices if this coalition agreement between him and the UDA was going to hold. Angeweka watu kadhaa pale. But instead, ni kama alichezwa. So imagine if Ruto is lying to Mike Sonko, who are you that he cannot lie to you? This man is a master of lies. So even when you talk about the issue of returning the finance bill or rejecting the finance bill, the youth are still understood because they see a lie in Ruto's statement. And that is what Sonko is alluding to. Utapeli ulianza kitambo. Fraud. This man is fraudulent. Even I may describe Mheshimiwa William Ruto. So if Sonko was an insider of William Ruto, and this is how he is describing this man, na wale wengine waseme nini? So it is now time for leaders to dump William Ruto. Youth are on his neck, and the leaders are dumping Ruto. This man is going to be isolated. Soon he will be an individual like this. Na atakosa. Kusurvive Nairobi, Ruto alijua ya kwamba most of our brothers from Rift Valley, Wakalenjin wengi wakwangi Nairobi ni wachache. That's why in their own, they cannot manage to vote in anyone unless this person is attracting numbers from other communities. But on their own, they don't have this enough numbers to do so. Waluhya wakitaka watapata. Wajaluo wakitaka watapata. Wakamba wakitaka watapata. Wakikuyu wakitaka watapata. Lakini hawa They have to go through someone. So Mike Sonko was playing a very pivotal role in Ruto's campaign when it comes to Nairobi. Because Ruto did not have the authority in Nairobi. He did not have any footprint in Nairobi politics. So he needed people whom can carry his face to Nairobi. Sonko was one of them. Now imagine losing such people. The issue of Alfred Keter, abduction, Ruto said it was not. It was an arrest. Sonko is saying that they are demanding for unconditional release. Meaning Ruto was lying. That's frame up charges. They just think of, oh, umekuwa nuisance to them, trumped up charges, they come for you. Ni hivyo. Even imekuwa operation ya Kenya Kwanza. So it is high time now people are speaking. Na mengi yatakuja. Utaona tu. Ruto is going to be exposed more. Gachagua exposed him. That's why I said Gachagua wameachana. So haiwezekani, the president is addressing the nation today in Nairobi. Then his deputy rushes to Mombasa to address the nation. And what he's talking about is critical classified information that is consumed with the intelligence only and top leadership. Gachagua anamwaga mtama wazi. That was a war. He was challenging William Ruto. So people are running from William Ruto. He's a failure. Youth are on his neck. And no one who think of future politics would associate with William Ruto. Ni heri usonge kando na yeye. So watu wale wanasonga hivi kitamuramba.